Yes, that the gunshot noise you hear is not my normal co-host. Okay, you might hear a different accent in the gunshot sounds. Welcome to the show. As always,
It's the Cooligans, buddy.
I am Christian Polanco, and I'm joined today with a special guest co-host. Because Alexis is out in Louisville.
He ducking my smoke.
He's
ducking me.
He said he's like, I can't be in the same room with Elisha. His takes are too hot. His fashion is too fresh.
Come on now.
He said I can't be seen. I'm gonna feel inferior. He said this to me, bro.
Oh, man.
Okay.
It's okay. At the end of the day, I love you, Alexis. It's okay. Don't be scared.
Look at that.
He's
He's even saying he has more humility than you, bro. He's saying
You're a professional instigator, bro.
Wow, this is incredible. The beef is just going crazy. He's killing you with kindness, dog. The voice you hear is the homie, the man we've known for a long time, just killing it in the soccer content game. You've seen him on Instagram. You've seen him on Bleacher Report. You've seen him everywhere. You've seen him on MLS commercials during Apple TV games, bro.
Oh, that little thing.
Bro, my man. My man is, humble and successful. So, absolutely honored to be joined by the homie, Elischa Edouard. Elischa, what's up, brother?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
What's
going on, Cooligans family?
Thank you so much for joining me, man.
Thank you for having me.
You once, I was away, I think when I was on paternity leave, I think so when my son was born last year, you stepped in for me, and I think you went into, you did this at New York Comedy Club with Alexis, I remember.
Yes, every time I'm here, one of y'all leave.
I was ducking the smoke back then.
I'm feeling a pattern. But it's okay.
We were like, we're both gonna be in town. It's gonna work out. And then CBS was like, no, we're gonna send Alexis to Kentucky, okay, to rap alongside. What's his name? What's the rapper?
From Kentucky?
From Kentucky, the Chelsea fan. Why am I forget? Jack Harlow.
Oh, Jack. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no.
You said rapper. You said rapper. My bad. I did not.
Yeah, I almost said Colonel Sanders. My mind went blank. I said, Kentucky.
Yo, no, because Colonel Sanders got wings and bars. All right?
Hold on.
Okay, y'all don't know about that. So he will. Alexis is the Louisville, the USL team. He's gonna be out there doing some stuff this weekend. So, and I'm also gonna be in Nashville. Speaking of the South, I'm gonna be in Nashville. For the Premier League Fan Fest, April 6th and 7th. So if you are in Nashville or you're going to the Fan Fest, you will see me there. I will be emceeing, so I'll be there on stage in between commercials, chatting.
They can't just see you. Like, they should visit you. You should drop what hotel you're gonna be in.
Hey, that's
the room number.
Okay, you can come to my room and meet my family.
Yes, just drop everything.
So feel free to do that.
Really get close to the people.
Okay. So go. Yeah, say hello if you're out there in Nashville. Elisha, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure.
What have you been up to recently? We'll catch up real quick. We have a lot to discuss. Obviously, Inter Miami in the Champions Cup. We'll talk. You are one of the biggest Barcelona fans I know, so I know you have a lot of thoughts on Messi's time here in Miami, and we have some U.S. Open Cup stuff, and we'll give a little update on the Korbin Albert situation. But what have you been up to, bro? Because I know there's a lot of moves.
Yeah, man. Just blessed. God is great. I've just been, working, and it's weird to even say like working, because for me it feels like I always say, I love what I do because I do what I love. Mm-hmm. So just being able to, talk about soccer, make soccer content, like work with people who enjoy this game and love this game just as much as I do is like, it's a blessing. So yeah, just been, putting my head down. Started a new show called Evergreen. It's on YouTube right now. Go check it out on my YouTube channel, Gol, which has been super dope. And it's essentially like talking about current events in football, but also, which I'm filming one of them right now, which is like one of my remote segments. Like every week I'll do like a part of the show, a segment where I'll either like do different challenges, go outside, vlog, just
sure.
things. Like
You came into the studio vlogging.
Yes,
so
sir.
are we gonna make it to Evergreen?
Yes, sir. Yes,
We made it, Christian. Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
So yeah, that was like my point of the show was like to be able to recap the week and the things that are interesting to me, but also go outside of the studio and like just do random stuff and just have fun.
Love it.
So yeah, man, just the skits is popping. Everything's going well.
I love and this is a thing. The ones you do of like trying to be romantic in football.
Love language.
Love language.
That's where the hood is from. Football love language.
It's adorable. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just like, okay, I love just connecting with people in this particular way. Essentially, the point of the sketch is kind of like, speaking in terms of like trying to romanticizing a woman, but using football terms or names or players or whatever. But she doesn't know what you're talking about.
No.
But it just sounds really.
It sounds good.
It sounds good.
No, yo, bro. Imagine you flirting with a girl, you trying to riz her up, and you go. Mario Balotelli. Like that's just like, come on,
oh my
bro.
God,
Cristiano Ronaldo. Like that just sounds good.
Okay,
sounds good.
You roll the R's hard enough, she'll be like, yo, maybe he's good at something else.
Allegedly.
I get it.
Shout out to my homegirl Blaze too. She's been like, she's super, like she knows nothing about soccer.
Yeah.
But I just told her like, yo, let's do this series, and she killed it. So,
you know what?
Yeah.
So as an actress, she can. She's perfect for the role.
Yeah, she just playing herself.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I see what you're doing, and I'm gonna give you my number. So that's great. So shout out to Elisha, all the work you do. It's always like whenever we year over year, like we're like kind of in the same circles at different events. I just saw you in Miami for the MLS Adidas jersey launch and stuff like that, and it was like I didn't know you were gonna be there. I was just like, yo, we out here in Miami. Look, it was just great to see you out there.
I love these moments because low key, like you go to these events and you never fully know. Again, you don't know who's gonna be there a lot of times.
Sure.
Like, I usually don't ask brands like who's gonna be there. Just like I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna have fun with it, make the most of it. And then I go in there and I scan the room a little bit and I see Christian. I'm like, it's somebody I know. Yes.
It feels good, especially because you're in Miami and you're just like, damn, why are these people so goddamn attractive? I can't even talk to anybody without it being like mildly uncomfortable or them thinking I'm trying to like get them in a movie or something. Like everything feels like business or flirting, and I'm like, I'm not trying to do either. I'm just trying to chill.
I have, my philosophy is, or my thoughts on Miami. I think everyone in Miami is either trying to get to Pitbull, to DJ Khaled, or Rick Ross. So I feel like
the trifecta. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Either one of those three. So anybody you meet, in some way, they're gonna try to see if you have any connection to these three.
I get it. That's fair. All right. Well, we know now. We know we just figured out Miami politics in like 30 seconds, bro.
For sure.
All right. So speaking of Miami, let's talk about Inter.
Good place to start. Great transition, guys. Nice job.
It's almost like we pros out here. Inter Miami are playing in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, and throughout this, their previous game or the previous two matches were against Nashville, and it's already starting to feel like, okay, CONCACAF is trying to. We all get it. They're trying to give them a pathway to the final. Everybody's like, the refs this and marketing. Blah, blah, blah. But this game, the two games against Nashville, Messi did his thing, and they ended up winning. Suarez was spectacular. But this game, the first leg against Monterrey, so now it's against a Liga MX opponent. Now it's feeling like, all right, it's a little bit. It's not going to be as easy to give Miami an easy path.
Yeah.
And it already does not look like that's the case. So Inter Miami lost 2-1. I'm trying to find the results here somewhere. I can't find it. They lost 2-1, and it was a game that Monterrey, they weren't that good. Miami really could have won this game, especially at home. Monterrey getting the 2 goals. The 2 goals is the worst part because of the away goal difference. So now they're up. Not only are they up 2 goals to 1, but they scored 2 away goals. No, there was no Messi in this game, but we did have Suarez, Busquets, and Alba. And you sort of watching the game. I know you didn't get a chance to watch the game. Yeah. You saw some of the clips and stuff, but essentially they held their own. There was just a lot of like it was very CONCACAF-y, right? A lot of fouls. How many yellow cards? This was something
total in the match.
Yeah, there were quite a bit. Let me see if I can find the.
I can look it up.
There was just every foul that was committed, especially in the second half,
got a yellow.
Not even got a yellow,
there were 8 yellow cards in the game.
And how many for Miami? Because I think it was 7.
Damn.
5 for Miami, 3 for Monterrey.
Okay, so but throughout the game, I was just like, every time there was a yellow card given, I'm like, does that guy have a yellow already? Like, I'm just concerned because there was a lot of fouls, and we're starting to see, I'm sure you watched enough Inter Miami games this season, but. We see the excitement. We saw the announcements when Messi, Busquets, and Alba arrived. And so it was all exciting. But now that they're here playing and we seeing them pick up injuries, can they really like defend the way they need to? It's like they're great players. These guys, but they're going up against 22-year-olds that are fast.
What did people expect? What did people expect? I don't think the marketing is great. You got Messi, you got former Barca players. These are treble winners. Like the narrative is perfect. Also, like Neymar having dinner with David Beckham the other day.
That was lovely.
Yeah. Like and he had to add, we're just having dinner. Like we know you're trying to get him to Miami, bro. Like it doesn't take a genius to understand that.
Exactly.
Everything around Inter Miami in that sense is cool, but the reality of it, and I feel like some people get lost in that sauce and the smoking mirrors of like, oh, these legendary players are playing again together, but they're also not as young anymore. They're also they haven't played together for some time. Like it's gonna take some time for them to gel, together again. Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, Messi, Suarez. Like it's a different time right now. So I feel like it's normal for them to have those learning curves again.
Yeah, I mean I think for the most part in the whole hubbub about U.S. Open Cup and teams not wanting to, MLS teams not wanting to participate. And I think it's like 10 teams that are fielding their first teams, and the rest are their second teams. And Miami is one of those teams that is not playing in U.S. Open Cup. And so, they wanted to fix the issue of fixture congestion, probably so that Inter Miami does well in this particular tournament. And Messi's not available. And that Messi's been unavailable the last 3 weeks. And this is a thing where by this point in just the MLS season, I did not think Luis Suarez would have more minutes than Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi, based on the sort of the way he plays, you would think that he would be less susceptible to picking up injuries, because he does get fouled, but not like he used to. Not like when he was 22, 23 years old at Barcelona. So his body sort of,
he's human.
He's human, right?
He's human. Like that's the the mystique of like Messi is an alien is starting to fade. He's human. Like he gets hurt. He's like 76 years old. Like he's.
But it shows how much they need him, right?
Yes.
Because even with the players that they do have, the way MLS works, and we know because of salary caps and all this stuff, you're gonna have a player like Messi who is making $60 million in a year, and then Messi has to play games with guys that are making like $150,000 a year. That's the reality. That's not knocking anything in particular.
Yeah,
it's just that when you see. The mistakes, the mistake from Diego Gomez, right? So, which is like, I'll show you here, Elisha, real quick. This is, I had mentioned it to you before, but you see that ball right there.
Yeah,
we're looking at it, and Diego Gomez, lack of focus.
Yeah,
and boom, you make that one mistake, and you give up.
What a goal, still though.
The goal was crazy.
What a goal! Damn,
the goal is crazy.
Because you still got to make that.
Without a doubt. But it's just such a... I mean, look, it's an absurd mistake, and it's not to like. I saw the comments from the goalkeeper, Drake Callender. He was just like, "Hey, look, people are going to be focusing on two guys, on was it David Ruiz, who's like a homegrown kid.
Yeah.
He's 20 years old. He picks up the 2 yellows, and then the mistake from Diego Gomez, who's 21 years old.
Yeah.
And it's just like. But the pressure is so high, and this is kind of the issue or concern is that the quality of the roster is raised because you bring some of these players, but there's still the quality at certain positions is just so much different. So this is the thing. The rest of the Inter Miami team has to step up, but they're also decimated by injuries. They've had 3-4 guys out, like 2 guys out for the season. Kremaski hurt. And they're in a. This is what sort of talks about MLS. You can't just replace guys.
Do you think? Because you spoke about like the salary caps and like a player like Messi making like 60 mil, versus playing against or with somebody who's like 150K. You think some players are intentionally like, you know what, Messi? You know what? After taxes,
I just spoke to my accountant.
I spoke to my cousin Pablo, who does my taxes, because I can't afford an accountant because I'm not making $60 million a year. So you know what? I'm gonna send you to the gulag because you're not about to be living it. Not only you just had a legendary career, you just won a World Cup. Now you gonna come here and chill in Miami? No,
it's interesting.
I'm gonna break your legs.
It's interesting. I think from the I've seen other, like, as far as the other Inter Miami players, they have to be, if you're playing on a team with Messi, you are now, like, just the way the Argentina players talk about Messi and during the last World Cup, when they were just like, we have to do this for him. They don't know who the coach is. They don't know like anybody. They're just like, oh, Messi wants me to do what?
We have to do this for him.
I'm doing it for him, right? So I think that he kind of instills some of that in Inter Miami, and I would point out like a player like Benjamin Kremaski, who is like a academy kid at Inter Miami. And then Messi shows up, and he's playing with him. He's like, yo, I can't even believe I'm playing with this guy. Insane. But then, all of a sudden, I don't know if it's just because they're both Argentinian, Kremaski, like, knows how to play perfect passes and balls. And he knows exactly where to be. He's like, I know where Messi's going to pass it. I play FIFA enough. Like, I know how he works. And so, there's something, he does raise the level. For the Inter Miami players. And then, look.
Absolutely.
And then for, opponents have to be like, yo, I'm going to do everything I can. I know, rather than thinking like, yo, I'm going to, put a body on this dude. I think it's a little bit like, yo, if I have a good game against Lionel Messi, that's on my resume forever.
Facts.
And it's like, yo, my next team, my next contract might be even better because I know what's the first highlight I'm sending.
Facts.
I don't know if you know, Jimmy Conrad. Jimmy Conrad has his roll the clip. You know the roll the clip of him doing he tackles Messi.
I've never seen
when he was playing for the U.S. national team. Jimmy,
shout out Jimmy,
has the clip all the time. He's like, bro, look,
he got his favorites on his phone.
It's like instead of having like your kid's picture in your wallet, you just got like a video of like.
Bro, Jimmy's wallpaper on his phone is that tackle. But he does it all the time. But yo, how could you not? That's you, of course.
No,
that's your business card. That's how you get every other opportunity.
So then, is the league kind of then shooting themselves in the foot by? You can't help but to over promote Messi. It's Messi.
Exactly.
Like wherever he goes, he's gonna be the center of attention. But in some ways, is it like, should it have been maybe a high profile player that Miami tried to acquire that isn't Messi, so that the level of celebrity could be a little closer to all the already existing players, so things could kind of gradually improve at this, like at a reasonable pace? Because when you bring arguably the greatest player of all time, everybody else is eclipsed, right? And you're also the reality.
Check out the solar eclipse on Monday because Lionel Messi gonna be up there. You're not gonna be able to see you're not gonna see the sun.
He gonna see it. But again, if he's from another planet, maybe he's the one causing the eclipse. Since y'all think that Messi's not human, right? Messi got one bone that cracks, everybody loses their minds.
Yeah,
but But I feel like it's maybe. I think that the reality of it is he's also not here forever. He's got maybe a year or two or something like that before like it's clipped.
This is his last contracted year.
So then what happens after? I feel like is it smart to just say just for these few years we're gonna raise the profile of the league, we're gonna promote Messi, and then after that, if you don't have something that can match that, which is the only other player who can match that,
you don't.
The only other player who can match that is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Right.
Is Cristiano Ronaldo coming to MLS? No,
not happening.
It's not happening.
He's gonna get stopped at the airport.
Then what happens to the league? After that, so I feel like there has to be, because when you go to Inter Miami games and Messi's injured and Messi's not playing, like me personally, I went to a Red Bull Miami game when they lost the other day, like 4-0.
Yeah.
And it felt like I didn't even pay for the tickets, but like I want my money back because Messi's not here. Like I went for free, but like I want my money back. Give me a refund.
Pay me
this is
to
frustrating.
come here and watch this.
Like I'm here, I want to see Messi play.
Yeah.
You know, so even knowing that it might not be the healthiest thing for the league in the long run to just focus so much on one player, that you have a lot of fans now who might be neutrals who know the profile of Messi and are people who aren't interested in soccer who are into the league. Now when he's gone, it's just like
I would say
we're out of here.
We won't know what the results of Messi being here will be probably until the next maybe until after the World Cup or in the next 4 or 5 years. If you have an opportunity to get Lionel Messi, you take it at all times. If I'm running, if I'm Don Garber or if I'm David Beckham, I'm running a team.
Of course,
I have the opportunity. I say pay it now. Put it on my credit card. Figure out how to pay for it later.
What happens later? We just
because they
figure it out.
Look, what ended up, the preseason tour, going to Saudi Arabia and going to Japan and all this stuff and traveling. And they went to South America to Asia. And they went all over the world, and now this is what we get. Messi not available for a lot of matches. So that's the frustrating part, because I know I want to see him play. But even still, Inter Miami is still a really good team and probably should have done better against Monterrey. This was I don't know. To me, it was a shocking loss because of the mistakes. It was just if it wasn't for the red card, and it wasn't for the mistake from Diego Gomez, they either leave with a 1-0 victory or a 1-1 draw going back to Monterrey, and then Messi's playing in that game. And that's also for the Liga MX fans. They're like, bro, we want to see Messi as well. Please.
Everybody. The ref.
The ref. You know what? I just want to give credit. The ref in this game, I forgot his name. Walter Enrique Lopez Ramos. This is a CONCACAF guy. I've seen him.
Sounds like a CONCACAF guy.
But there was a VAR check on the first goal from Monterrey in the 69th minute. Nice. It was a VAR check, and it was because the player, the ball, I think it was from a corner or something. And the Monterrey play wasn't in an offside position in front of the goalkeeper. Kind of. The VAR said to go check it because it could have been impeding the vision of the goalkeeper to stop the shot. The shot comes in from in the 6-yard box. It would have been almost impossible to stop even if he could see it. But there was a player in front of him. So basically, I'm looking at you, Elisha, here. This is you're offside, and then where the camera is right here, that's where the shot is coming from. So it's you're offside. But you're not blocking my view.
It's still very close.
But VAR said, hey, I think this is offside. Go check it. And it felt a little bit like CONCACAF being like, nah, bro, you don't want to give them the goal. It's Inter Miami. We don't want to knock them out now. And shout out to Walter Enriquez Lopez Ramos, because he went to the monitor, looked at it, and then went back and pointed it. He was like, it's still a goal.
Wow.
And how many times nowadays does a ref go look at the VAR and keep the call that he made? It's incredibly rare. So it felt a little bit like, I'm not going with any narrative. That was a goal and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know.
Shout out to the
ref. We got
ref,
to look into this VAR. What are they making this call for?
Yeah, shout out to the ref. Juanita Pablo, what's his name?
What did Enrique Lopez Ramos?
Okay.
All right. Say that man's name proudly.
Mr. Ramos. Shout out to you.
So that was some drama in MLS. We got some drama continuing with the U.S. women's national team. We talked about it last week, but Korbin Albert is in some hot water with her teammates for some suspect social media activity, to say the least. But she's issued an apology. Not really sure how well it's gone down, specifically with the USWNT fans on social media. But, what do you guys make of the apology from Korbin Albert?
Okay, so if you remember, people remember we were talking about this with Korbin Albert. Her, what was it? Her social media likes and reposts came to light, and they were not great. There was a lot of just anti-LGBT stuff, and just there was a video about what is it, like
making fun of pronouns and stuff.
No, the pronoun one, which is like whatever, annoying and stupid. But then there was just like one that was even much more deliberate about like what is it, the gay the therapy or whatever, to like conversion therapy. Like it was crazy. So people had, I think, a lot of right to be upset. And then what ended up happening afterwards was Megan Rapinoe put out a statement. She put out an Instagram story, really just highlighting not being tolerant of intolerance. And I think that the statement from Megan Rapinoe was a big deal, but the bigger deal was the other U.S. women's national team players co-signing it. They reposted Megan Rapinoe's statement. So this is, again, I said this last week when I was here. I tried to give people the benefit of the doubt. And again, Korbin Albert is a young lady. She is 20 years old. She did not get to choose the family that she came from. But there has to be some level of accountability, especially when you represent the U.S. women's national team. You represent the United States, and you play on a team that has a lot of players that are part of the LGBTQ plus community.
For sure. And
so it was. I can speak for myself. I personally appreciated that she did apologize, and just that's at least a start, because we've had I don't know if you know Jaylene Hinkle, was a former U.S. women's national team player that was like 10 toes. She just was like, I'm religious. Gay people are bad. And
Hinkle is a hilarious last name. I'm sorry. Just sidebar. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So that was a player that a lot of the fans and a lot of U.S. women's national team her teammates just didn't appreciate that at all. So I don't know sort of where this is gonna sort of like end up. Korbin Albert is part of the roster for the She Believes Cup, and the reason I'm definitely bringing it up now is just to highlight the update from obviously Captain Lindsey Horan on the U.S. women's national team, and Alex Morgan as well. They did do a press conference, and they did put out a statement, and they did say like they were like, this is the statement we're making, we're handling it internally, and we're not talking about it anymore.
Yeah.
So and I'll just read the statements real quick. The statement from I have a quick quote from Lindsey Horan. This is from Attacking Third. They wrote, Lindsey wrote, we've worked extremely hard to uphold the integrity of this national team through all of the generations, and we are extremely, extremely sad that this standard was not upheld. And then Alex Morgan said, quote, we stand by maintaining a safe and respectful space, especially as allies and members of the LGBTQ plus community. This platform has given us an opportunity to highlight causes that matter to us, something that we never take for granted. The U.S. women's national team is a beacon for the LGBTQ community. I mean, it's impossible for it not to be. They've had iconic gay players that have played on the team that are activists that fight for rights and for marginalized people.
You should never hate anyone for the color of their skin or what they choose to do with their life in terms of their love life or their sexuality or whatever.
I do hope she learns a lesson from this, and the lesson shouldn't be like, like, oh, you got piled on and bullied. It's not that. It's really like, this is who you're working with. These are your heroes too, right? Like she wore number 15, which is Megan Rapinoe's number. You have her number, and this is what do you want to represent? Because there's no way that this can be it. That you want to represent and use your platform and status to represent these hateful values. It makes no sense to me. So yes, it is like kind of I'm not frustrated. I'm like intense in my voice, but it's not directed at Korbin Albert. It is directed at our comment section of people that try to justify the consequences that she is receiving, but they just use bigotry to do that. And it's just like, no, that's not. I'm not dealing with that at all. So we'll see how the She Believes Cups goes, but best of luck to the U.S. Women's National Team.
So it was a little bit of a serious topic. We're going to take it into something a little bit more light. Christian's Everton is the worst team of all time. Christian roots for losers. What does that say about him? We're not going to go there.
Coming from a Chelsea fan, I want to hear
that's
it.
fair. That's fair,
okay.
honestly. But
we're basically on the same boat.
Yeah.
No, we're not. It's not the same boat, but your boat.
I'm like passing. I'm like pulling up to your boat.
Your boat is
both blue.
Your boat is like basically your boat is like my boat is rickety and damaged or whatever, but your boat is the same rickety boat, but it has a nice new shine. Like, you know what I mean? It was
chrome.
It was
It's
clean.
chrome on the outside.
Okay.
There's a massive hole in the middle of it. It's chrome on the outside.
Okay, you just can't tell from afar how rickety your boat is.
Exactly. Anyways, there was a funny video over the weekend from Christian's Everton of the announcer. We don't know exactly which country it is, but he's speaking Spanish for Dominic Calvert-Lewin's goal. It's a great clip.
So Dominic Calvert-Lewin scores his first goal in what it seems like a decade. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who was, just a couple years ago, was supposed to was challenging Harry Kane for the starting spot as striker for England.
Yeah.
And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, through injuries, through just simply, I don't know if it's just putting on an Everton shirt. They don't
do that to you.
He has been awful, and I hate saying it because I'm a huge fan, but look, he just can't find the back of the net. Just a couple weeks ago, Everton had a penalty, and he took the penalty, and it was stopped, and it was like, so we could have had this just a couple weeks ago, and this drought could have ended, but no. Everton, they draw 1-1 against Newcastle. Dominic Calvert-Lewin scores a penalty, and it was just Everton even scoring a goal. I'm just like, thank the heavens. It's not even about getting relegated at this point. I'm just like, I just want to have more points than the amount we're deducted. I'm playing
positive points at the end of the season.
I'm just doing math over here because it's not about the losses. Because Everton have won enough to be in probably 12th place.
Is Everton in
relegation zone? No, they're
fighting relegation.
They're one or two spots out. Nottingham Forest is just beneath them.
16th, huh?
16th, but it was, and this is after losing 10 points, then getting it dropped to 6 points. So this is every single point is absolutely necessary. And Newcastle, they had a goal taken back from an offside, and I'm just like, thank the lines, those beautiful VAR lines on the ground. I need them more and more. But no, so this announcer, and I don't know who it is, but I'll just play. I can't show the goal because NBC will get this channel taken down. Premier League don't play, but we can play the audio. And the announcer after the goal, I'll just play some of it here.
Va a pegar Calvert-Lewin, busca el empate el Everton, llega Calvert-Lewin, ¡gol! Vela, chau, chau, Dominic y Calvert-Lewin. Y es el gol del Everton. Fue Dominic. Dominic. Y Calvert-Lewin. Y es el gol del
Everton.
Fue
Let's go.
Dominic.
Well done.
Nah, I love it.
Shout out to that
love
announcer. Don't know who you are, but you are a legend. Thank you
my
for
God.
coming. Everybody all the Everton fans was like, yo, we got a new champ.
Yeah.
Dominic. Let's go.
I love it. We need more of that.
Okay, bro. If we made a chant for every Everton goal this season, we'd had like 4 chants.
We
Bro,
need more
it'd be
than 4
crazy.
chances.
It would be crazy. We need more goals so we can get more chants.
We need more announcers remixing songs like that after a goal. Imagine, right? Baby, welcome to the party. We take some drill music, Pop Smoke.
Okay, Pop
Smoke, you remix it.
In Spanish.
In Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Bienvenido. I don't speak Spanish. I don't know. But remix some drill music into some football chants.
Dude, I would love it.
Come
Okay,
on.
all right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Announcers, pay attention.
Announcers
That's
just
how you
crip
market
walking
yourself.
in the studio.
You feel me? Come on now.
I'm trying to think of something. I'm
It
like,
could be a new wave.
you I don't know. You think you're a scorer? You ain't even. I don't know.
Ice Spice, bro. I'm not sure.
Ice Spice.
You trying to go Ice Spice?
You think they got Ice Spice and wherever that guy's from? He's never heard of Ice Spice before, for sure, bro.
Oh my God.
I don't know. We got to, somebody who's good at this. Come
Ice
on.
Spice would be insane.
Give me some
football champs.
drill football champs. We need them. We need them.
Oh my God.
So shout out to that guy. That was great. I love it. And I could use a few more goals from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That would be lovely. Another thing I wanted to bring up real quick. Cool. This is a photo that we got during the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Aiden Morris, who was red carded, another MLS player who was sent off. He got his first yellow. Was really dumb. It was a dumb foul, but it wasn't yellow card worthy. But he got a yellow for dissent, for arguing it.
Yeah.
And then like 6 minutes later, he puts in a challenge that would like end somebody's life, and he's like wondering why he's getting the second yellow. He's like, you just gave me a yellow.
That's my type of player.
But I just almost killed a guy.
Short-term memory.
And shout out to Aiden Morris, the homie. He came through.
Yeah.
Aiden Morris came through and he signed this ball, him and Darlington Nagbe.
Hey.
Aiden Morris on his deep voice that he hates when we point out how deep his voice is.
So Aiden Morris, all love. I hate that you're gonna miss a second leg against Tigres. There's no way I'm gonna get that back up there. But Aiden Morris coming through with the iconic. And we're seeing it here. You see it in the comments here. Matt Miazga doing the like, yo, you too little to Diego Lainez.
He's too little.
And Aiden Morris is doing the same exact thing to Aquino. And but the hilarious thing here is that Aiden Morris is maybe half an inch taller than Aquino. There's no way. You can't see over Aquino's hair. So, bro, what are you doing this for?
His eyes are forehead level with him.
I mean, Aiden Morris was here. I stood next to Aiden Morris. He's not wild tall. We're like around the same height or something. And so this is just really funny. The one thing this image doesn't capture is that Diego Lainez plays for Tigres.
And he had PTSD, bro. He had PTSD.
And Diego Lainez, just after this moment where Aiden Morris is doing this, Diego Lainez runs over to Aiden Morris and basically recreates the moment that he had with Matt Miazga.
Oh my
it's
God.
just so funny. And this has to be wild intentional. Like, there's no way.
Probably.
I mean, Matt Miazga probably called Aiden Morris, be like, yo, do the thing. Do the thing I did.
Do the thing.
Okay? To me, this was also kind of silly because Aiden Morris, you see the player on the ground, in pain. Aiden Morris has already been sent off.
Yeah.
And he's doing this. It's just like, all right, bro. I mean, this is not gonna help you stay on the pitch. So it was just such a fun. We were talking about CONCACAF, but this captures that perfectly.
It's too little. Well, so what would be the signage? What would be the motion for somebody who's not so much smaller than you, but you still want to like big bro them? Like, is it kind of like instead of going like this, you just go Like, I don't know. Like, it's not adding up. You gotta have something.
We're kind of there.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah. I mean,
I think maybe that could be the motion.
I mean, look, this is disrespectful. I mean, let's not be crazy. I mean, you don't do this to someone you respect, right? It's I wonder how much of a trend this is gonna be, because also there has to be a thing where these guys, they may do this, but there are players on your team that are shorter than the guy you're making fun of.
So, that's hilarious. Because now homie on your team got to look at you like, what's that? What's wrong with that?
You just called me a short king the other day, and now you're doing this? So and then
you got to explain yourself like, no, like, you don't understand. Like, what I meant.
It's not about short people, it's about him.
Yeah, it's about, you know what? His mindset is small. Like, you got the mind. You got the brain of a giant. It's not the same thing. He's not
on his like hustle and grind flow like you are. So that's really what I'm talking
Lorenzo
about.
and Sinia's like, what do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah. He could spin it. Like, no, I wasn't saying he's short. I was just, the sun was in my eyes. I was trying to see him better. It was more like,
you gotta think about these things, because you know how like this is a thing on TikTok a lot where this happens a lot where women might make fun of a man, like maybe the dude is like an idiot or whatever, like just being misogynistic or dumb, but she's like, shut your bald ass up. And then other bald people are like, yo, I'm nice and bald, but why you gotta talk about
what'd you say FP for? What'd you say FP for?
Why you bringing bald
Patrick's face for no reason? Whoa!
I'm a good dude who happens to be bald.
Yeah.
It can't be, he's not bad because he's bald.
What's horrible is her husband might be bald. It's like,
okay,
like, babe,
honey, you're being quite loud on the internet about bald men.
Bald, bowling ball, shiny headed.
Like, I mean, just can we find something else to pick on them for? There has to be something else. Bro. So shout out to Aiden Morris.
Smooth follicles. What's wrong with you?
Columbus Crew had a great game though in this. I think they won 2-1 if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the result. But I think if they can hold on in Mexico, Columbus
1-1 draw.
Oh, 1-1 draw. Okay, but okay. So they have to the away goal differential, but. If Aiden Morris doesn't get this red, I think Columbus wins this game. They were spectacular, so we'll see how they do out in Mexico.
So just to wrap up quickly here, we're doing another parlay with DraftKings. Of course, our good friends over at DraftKings, we love them. You may notice we're going to do some more parlays over the next few weeks. Definitely make sure to check out the DraftKings app, because they will be pre-made in there for you, so you can just go find the parlays, select it. All the legs will populate for you automatically. Don't need to do it yourself. But yeah, we got one here today. We got 3 people on the show. Obviously, me, Christian, Elijah. Each going to pick a leg. You want to start, Christian, with your leg of this parlay?
Yes, this weekend Everton will be facing Burnley Football Club at home, and after the Bella Ciao chant for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I am optimistic. We need a win so badly.
Yes, you do.
Because.
No, you do.
These Premier League lawyers are after us, okay? So we need to do everything we can. But I do think Everton will get a win here.
Okay.
Burnley, okay, enough with the
Was
snicker.
That an accident, Elijah?
Okay, you got allergies? You good?
No, I'm just there's something in the air. It's just...
Everton will win. They have to win. It is Burnley. Burnley are not doing that great either. They have a lot of defensive issues. But Everton at home are pretty good and pretty good defensively. So I don't imagine Burnley causing too many problems. So that is going to be...
You don't even believe that, do you? But go on.
Okay. I pray to my one God and Savior every day that Everton, that's the only thing I pray for. I do not pray for world peace. I do not look for anything.
Don't pray for his family.
Not his family.
I am selfish in this one way only.
So where are those prayers going? I feel like they're going to voicemail.
I don't know what's going
on.
Yes, this is why you gotta have faith. Okay, in the Everton gods.
All right, Everton money line, first leg of the parlay. Elijah, what do you got? What do you got for us?
I'm saying under 3.5 goals for Manchester United versus Liverpool.
Okay,
And I do think that Liverpool is going to win that game though, because they have to.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to keep up with
United are not the team to beat Liverpool right now. It's going to be at Old Trafford though, so that's going to be difficult. But if they win, which I think they will, that solidifies it that they're most likely gonna finish the season with just straight wins and win the Premier League.
Right, and then Manchester United also have a couple defenders injured.
Yes.
So I mean, Liverpool should win this game, and under 3.5 goals feels pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like especially since it's at Old Trafford, it'll just be a little bit
I could
harder.
easily see a 3-0 Liverpool win. So.
Yeah. All right. And then lastly, the third leg of the parlay, my leg. I'm going to take Bayer Leverkusen. We're going out of the Premier League, going to Germany. But Bayer Leverkusen minus 200 money line versus Union Berlin. They haven't lost yet this year. This feels like a pretty safe bet, to be honest.
I've been to Union Berlin. I went there like 2-3 years ago. Great atmosphere. But Bayer Leverkusen is on just another level. And Xabi Alonso announced that he's not leaving. He's not leaving. So yes, our parlay will be in the DraftKings app. Go there right now.
Plus 373 total odds for the parlay as it currently stands. It might change a little bit before kickoff, but yeah, definitely good value for 3 solid bets. Make sure you check it out in the DraftKings.
I'm gonna take that spread. I'm gonna bet $2, and I think that's gonna give me like 50 million. I don't know. My math might be a little bit off.
just a tad. But you know what? Elisha doesn't work in soccer because he's good at math. That's not why he's here.
Yeah, no, facts. You damn right. Wait. Whoa. I'm over here.
All right. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Shout out to Elischa Edouard for coming through again. The Haitian sensation. You love to see Dominicans and Haitians just out here, the homies. Okay, we show love, we show support all day. And Elisha, make sure let people know where to follow you, where they check out your work again.
Socials everywhere. Elischa Edouard, Instagram, TikTok. Go subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Watch Evergreen. Put a lot of time and work into it.
You interviewed Pep?
Yeah, for BR Football.
Whoa!
Yeah, Pep Guardiola, man.
Correct.
Oh, you did like a trivia
for Unoball, yeah.
Made the most appearances in the league.
Ederson is the keeper.
He was mad cool.
So I'm pretty sure he was the player with more appearances.
The answer is Kevin De Bruyne. He had 37. Ederson came at number 2 with 36.
No way.
Wow. Well, no, that's dope, man. How was Pep?
He was mad cool.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be. I'm usually like not really nervous for interviews and stuff, and I wasn't nervous for this one, but I was a little like I had some reserve into like, not that I've seen him be, a jerk or anything before, but I was just like, I don't know how he's going.
Sure, I mean we saw him yelling at Jack Grealish. We know what he's capable of.
Yeah, but it's also like in the space of being with players or whatever.
Yeah.
And plus, I always know when people think like, oh, Americans or whatever, even though like I'm Haitian, but obviously like I'm in America. So to the rest of the world, I'm American. You never know how they're gonna react to you. So I still always, show up with a smile and just see how people interact. And yeah, he was super, super cool.
It looks
great
dope.
guy.
The only Premier League manager I've interviewed was Thomas Frank of Brentford.
Okay.
And I was also a little bit nervous, but I was nervous because I had to ask him about the Ivan Toney betting stuff. I'm just like, why do I gotta do this? But it was like, it would have been weird if I didn't ask.
Man.
So I had my serious ass conversation, not a little Man City trivia. I would love to do that.
He was like, yeah, check out DraftKings app.
Like, damn, bro. But no, this is dope. No, Elisha, I say this all the time, but one of the hardest working dudes in the business. The man is everywhere. Really does the work. We even did a video at DC United for MLS All-Star. For Bleacher Report, that was really, really dope as well. And just always awesome to work with. Go check out
Likewise, man.
Amazing work, fun, funny, Great dude, great personality. You love to see it.
Appreciate you, man. Likewise. Thank you for having me. This was dope.
Anytime, bro. And Alexis is he's still terrified of you. One day he'll come back. he'll come through.
Me, Alexis. Stop ducking me.
But we'll be back next week. Make sure you subscribe to the Cooligans podcast at Soccer Cooligans everywhere. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody watching on DraftKings Network as well. Y'all the absolute best. Alexis and I will both be back next week. And I will let you know how the Fan Fest goes out.
Check out Christian in Nashville.
In Nashville. Yeah, I'm wearing my Nashville SC kit to show some love. So I will see you there. Say hello if you see me. And just not too close, man. I appreciate whenever fans come and say hello. All right, we will see you next week. Peace, everybody.
It's the Cooligans, buddy.